Hi guys, and today is time to give you my League One table prediction on where I think every team will finish this season. So first of all, before I start, I am a Sunderland fan. We are not in League One, so I've got no allegiance to any team. It's just my personal opinion. So if you're unhappy with something that I've said or well put, yeah, I apologise. And at the end of the day, I'm probably going to be wrong at the end of the season. So because we'll obviously look back at this and probably laugh at how bad I did. So yeah, so let's get started. 24th, I put Fleetwood. The reason why is because we all know Fleetwood were lucky to stay up last season. Let's face it. Um, of course, they've changed manager Scott Brown, and that's one where I think Aguirre where it could work to the point where they stay up, it could work to the point where they do well, or could go the other way and go down, and I think they'll go down. Some of the signs they've made, I haven't really been impressed with as well, so I just think they'll go down this season. So yeah. 23rd, I have Morecambe. The reason why is because they relied so heavily on Stockton's goals last season, where nobody else was with no disrespect, nobody else was really contributing this season. And I think if they want to do I think he can do it again? No, I think he can score goals. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he'll be able to do it again to the point where they're relying on themselves. Some of the signs for me that haven't really been impressed with, and they were lucky to stay up again last season. As let's face it, the quality at the bottom of the table, the quality at the top of it was better than it has been before. The quality at the bottom was the worst thing ever. Staying up on 40 and 42 points, you've never seen that in your history, and going up on not being in the playoffs, only 80 points as well. So yeah, 22nd, I put Cheltenham Town. The reason why is because, of course, they've lost their manager and Boyle, who are two big losses, and I find that the thing struggling in this transfer window, what I totally understand, and especially even if the one who I think they've got is Alfie Mir, as he can score goals at this level. But I just think after everything that's happened, it's a bit too much, and I think they'll go down. So yeah, 21st, I put Exeter City. This might be a bit controversial, but I just don't think they've improved enough this season. Payne Maziar, they've got a well balanced squad and stuff, but if you haven't improved going up a level, you're going to be in trouble. Of course, they did well to get up, and they might stay up, but I just think they will fall and go down. So yeah, 20th, 20th, I put Port Vale, the race my because it was brilliant that they got up. But they're another team who I don't think has improved that much. But I think especially with the spirit they've got in that group and stuff, especially with what happened to the manager last season and the way they bounced back and went up, I think that they'll have enough just to stay up. So yeah. 19th, I put Forest Green Rovers. The reason why is because I think this season will be obviously getting promoted. Is a big like bonus, but losing some of your best players like your manager who went to Watford, like Cannon who went to Barnsley, and Wilson I think who went to Bristol City in the Championship. Is I think it will be a struggle for them, but I think they will just about have enough to stay in League One. So yeah, 18th, I put Burton Albion. The reason why, because let's face it, there's not really too much to say on Burton Albion. They're just the type of team who nobody really where they'll might pick up the odd result there, here and there, but they're a team that always finish mid-table, hasn't really made any signings that I'm impressed with, but I think like they normally do, they'll be fine. They'll not be needing to worry about relegation. So yeah. 17th, I put Bristol Rovers. The reason why is because I don't like Joey Barton, but I am impressed what he's done with Bristol Rovers, and I think he has made some good signing. Rossiter's an experienced midfielder at League One level, and John Marquis, who I know the time, someone who has struggled at Portsmouth and Lincoln, but he's a player who I think if he can get the right service and got the right players, he will score goals at League One level. And as well, think that with the momentum, the way they went up on the last day, beating Scunthorpe 7-0, they also carry a bit of momentum as well. So yeah, 16th I put Cambridge. I think they'll have another solid season in Trove where they'll might cause a few upsets. Will win some games, might go on a good little ring run, might go on a big little losing run. But I think if they can offer if you offered them a 16th place finish to get like a similar positioning as they did last year, I think Cambridge fans would take it. So yeah. 15th I put Lincoln. I think of course they've got a new manager and I'm impressed with the signing of O'Connell from Bradford, and I think they'll make a mini improvement under the new manager, and like where I maybe of course I think McGrandles will be a big miss for them, but I think they'll make a improvement. I don't think they'll do anything special but they'll make an improvement, and I guess that's all you can ask for really, and push on again next season. So yeah. 14th I put Accrington Stanley. The reason why, because yes, they've lost some big players like Bishops went to Portsmouth, Sykes I know went abroad, and and then the midfielder I can't remember his name off the top of my head, has went to Plymouth. But it's a bit off, but I don't know. But the reason why I put Accrington Stanley there is because there's not many managers in the league I would trust as John Cole is a great manager, especially for that level, will do a job, and I can never back while he's there. I'll never back Accrington Stanley to go down. So I think they'll have another solid mid-table finish, and yeah. 13th I put Shrewsbury. I really like some of the business they've done this transfer window. O'Brien is someone who didn't do well at Sunderland, but he did well in the second half of the season at Portsmouth. Dunkley's a very good League One centre back. Sipley will do brilliant in League One, and Bayliss as well. And I think that them in my dark horses, I can see them finishing higher than that, but I think it'll be an improvement for Shrewsbury, and I'm really like what they're doing, and I think they could do even better than 13. So yeah. 12, I put Charlton Athletic. The reason why is because I do like some of the business that Garner has done. I think Payne, who was in League 2 last season, was Swindon to Harry's old club, would be a really good signing at League 1 level. I like the signing of McGrandles from Lincoln. I think that he could have went to the Championship or Scotland had done well, but I think he's a good League 1 player, and I think that it probably still isn't good enough for a side of Charlton's stats that finishing 12th in League 1, but I think they'll make an improvement on last year, and maybe as well might have a outside chance of the playoffs. So yeah. 11th I put Plymouth Argyle. The reason why is because of course they had a fantastic season last season. I don't think many, if not any, people expect them to be that good, but this season they haven't really lost anyone, although they're going to be losing Kamara, and I don't really think they've improved. I do like the sign. I know the sign Barney Mumba from Norwich, who I rated it when he was at Sunderland but didn't get a game. What maybe it'll be interesting how he does it at Plymouth, but I just think they'll I don't want to say stagnate because it's still a brilliant season for Plymouth, but I just don't think they'll hit the heights of last season, and maybe a bit of a hangover as well for not making the playoffs might also creep in. So yeah. 10th I put Wickham. Obviously last season they were 90 minutes away from the Championship. Obviously my club won the playoffs, but Wickham were 90 minutes away from the Championship. But they've lost some key players, they've lost Stockdale in goal, Stewart, I know he retired, but also Akinfenwa, and they haven't really replaced any of them players. I know they've still got Vogt who will score goals for you, especially at this level, and Scone's a good midfielder and at this level and stuff. But I just do not think that they haven't replaced them, and I think if you don't replace the players, you're just going to get worse, and there's going to be better teams here here and never got worse. So yeah, it could be another thing where if I did a prediction video in after September, it could be completely different. But yeah. 9th, I put Portsmouth. The reason why, because I really do like some of the signings that Portsmouth are doing this summer. I know Pickett didn't work out at Ipswich, but I think he'll score goals at this level. Bishop, I think he'll score goals at this level. Griffiths is a good young goalkeeper. Rafferty is like we do need experience right back at Sunderland, but I think I wouldn't cut him. But he's a decent League One right back. Marlon Pack is a brilliant sign as well. I do think they need a few more, but I can say Portsmouth maybe having a chance to play off, and I think if they can get a few more, they maybe could finish in the playoff. But right now, as the nature replace Harness as well, I nearly forgot. I've just put them 9th, so yeah. 8th, I put Oxford United. The reason why is because they've obviously lost a few key players over the summer. McNulty went to Burnley. By the way, thanks Burnley for signing McNulty, so we got Ballard. And Sykes went to Bristol City. What a two big loss. And to be fair, they haven't really replaced them in truth. Either might have signed, I think they signed centre back, who I don't know his name, but yeah, and they brought Brown back on loan. That I mean, from like on a free transfer after his loan last year. But I think it's a sensible sign. But my argument to them is, what if your squad weren't good enough to make it last year without any real improvements to the squad, or even the squad being weaker? What difference does that make now if you get what I mean? So yeah, so I think it'll be, if they'll give you a good game, they'll be competitive and we'll have an outside chance to play off, and we'll have a chance and be competing. But I just think they'll fall short. So yeah. 7th, and just missing out on the playoffs. I put MK Dons. The reason why is because they've obviously lost some key players in the summer. Darling went to Swansea and Twine went to Burnley, and although they've got some finance, like of course finance, like some good probably money for them, I think that the loss to the team will make a difference. I do like some of the signs they have made, though. They've made 12 to try and upset a lot of them, but this season I just do not think they'll have enough to make the top 6. So yeah. 6th, I put Bolton Wanderers in the final playoff place. The reason why is because, of course, at the end of last season, Bolton were flying, and I still believe this. If there was another 10 games to that season to go, I think Bolton would have made the playoffs. That's not me lying, I think it's true. And the players and the signings they've got in January were obviously helpful. This time they've obviously added to that as well with some of the signs I really like, and as well the players who they signed in January now full pre-season together, what also could help, and I think they'll finish 6th in the last playoff place. I know Bolton Wanderers fans will probably be a bit disappointed, but I think getting in the playoff in your second season back in League One is really good. So yeah. 5th, I put Barnsley. They've obviously lost some key players with Woodrow and Morris both going to Luton, but I do like some of the signings that they have made, like Cannon from Forest Green. I think is a really good signing, and Norwood I think will score goals at this level, and the players who might not have been good enough for the Championship, I would like to say, I think will be good enough for League One, and I do like them. They're appointment of Duff, and I think they'll have enough to finish in the top 6. So yeah. 4th, I put Ipswich Town. The reason why is because I think this is the summer where it was similar to us last summer, where last summer they were just signing players left, right, and centre, while this summer they've been careful and realised what they need. I think Ladapo, Bell or Ball, however you pronounce it, from QPR, and Harness are 3 very, very good signings, and the way they play football is brilliant and McKenna, and I think this is finally the year Ipswich will put up a serious promotion challenge, and have a real chance. And to be fair, I think that the top, I think while Bolton and Barnsley would be fighting for just the top 6, Barnsley might have an outside chance. I think Ipswich and the other 3 teams will be fighting for top 2. So yeah. 3rd, they're going to become very bad, but Derby County. The reason why is because, of course, obviously it's brilliant that the club save what I'm absolutely happy for Derby that they've done that they've got their club save. But I'm going to be honest with you, and I do like some of the signings like McGaldock, Chester, Houlihan, someone I took at Sunderland. There's a lot I could name. More. Mefendez, Lang. I think the reason why I miss out is because they'll have a slow start if you get what I mean, and have a strong end. And I think that slow start will cost them in a way. But I've got no doubt their fans will be supporting them all the way, and they've got a real chance of returning to the championship at the first attempt. So yeah. Second, speaking of returning to the championship at the first attempt, I put Peterborough. Of course, Peterborough weren't good enough for League One for the championship last year. That's obviously showed why they came straight back down. But with a place they've got like Clark Harris, who's just been named captain, Marriott, I think, a player who will score goals at this level, and like people like Smodek, Norburn, who might have struggled at that level previously, even though they've struggled, will come back to that level, as come back to League One as better players. And I think they've already got a good squad for at least League One level, and I think they'll bounce straight back to the championship at the first attempt. So yeah. And first and winning the league, I put Sheffield Wednesday. The reason why is because let's face it, they've had the best transfer window of the league, of every club in this league, signing Smith from Rotherham, away from Rotherham. What's his name? Is it Volk? Not Volk. I can't remember the lad from Cardiff. Stockley's experienced goalkeeper. Hennigan's a good centre half at this level. The list goes on and on. And their squad last season was a championship squad, and they didn't go up. So this season, and they've added to that, so they surely still go up this season. Their team looks scary at this level. So yeah, so that's my League One predictions. If you want to leave yours in the comments, give opinions. Do you agree with me? Do you not? So yeah, so on Thursday, the one that us Sunderland fans are now interested in, the championship predictions. Where do I think we'll finish? So yeah, so that's the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, view, comment, and see. Yeah.